Hi, dear students. Very good morning to you all. Today, I am going to discuss a new chapter in human resource management, which is obviously in the session of 34, where I am going to took a new chapter which is entitled Recruitment and Selection. This chapter carries nearly 16 sessions. In this 16 sessions, that I am going to cover all the content which is included in this fourth chapter, that is on recruitment and selection. So this is, as I said in the previous session, once again Dr. Prasanna T, who is working in Government First Grade Women's College, Shumaga. As I said, this is the session 34, where I covered on the topic recruitment. If this session is only pertaining to the meaning and the needs of recruitment, what it is all about actually. I hope the previous sessions up to 1 to 33, which will covers chapter 1 to chapter 3, are well adhere to you people, and also well covered in all the concepts and the contents which will reach to you people. I hope all you got from chapter 1 to chapter 3. Now I am going to start a new chapter which is all about recruitment and then selection. Obviously, this paper, Human Resource Management, taught to Bachelor of Arts in Coimbatore University, especially to the 6th semester students, particularly in economics. In other parts of university, particularly either you may take it as in Mysore University or in Bangalore University, or to some extent Karnataka University, and also including Mangalore University, they are going to taught this human resource paper management both to Bachelor of Arts and then both to Bachelor of Commerce students that they will taught. Anyhow, with this remarks, let me start what is all about the meaning of recruitment and then why we need recruitment, particularly under human resource management. This is what the meaning is all about. Recruitment means to estimate the variable vacancies and to make suitable arrangements for their selection and appointment. Recruitment is understood as the process of searching for and obtaining applicants for the jobs, from among whom the right people can be selected. This is one part that where the human resource manager could be understood what the process of recruitment is all about, and then knowing the factor and then knowing the knowledge of recruitment. After that, he will make an arrangement which will get suitable vacancies where it is available, and then searching of that applicants, especially to the jobs, will be rightly pointed out, and then rightly suitable jobs to the suitable people or right people can be selected, particularly to the their jobs. A formal definition states it is the process of finding and attracting capable applicants for the employment. The process begins when new recruitments are sought and ends when their applicants are submitted. The result is a pool of applicants from which new employees are selected. This is one the process where it begins, which will also sort recruitment, and then which will ends. The process will when it start, and also the considering the fact of ends of their application will be submitted by the finding of attracting and capable applicants who are having all those expertise and then skills, particularly in that pool. The result is the pool applicants that were at the pool of applicants from which new employees are being selected, particularly those who are new, fresh candidates to be recruited to that organization or to the company. But as far as the definitions that the many thinkers in regarding to the recruitment, they made their own statement that I am not mentioned there in my PPT, that I want to elaborate this meaning of recruitment further. Recruitment is the development and then maintenance of adequate manpower resources. It involves the creation of a pool available labor force upon whom the organization can draw when it needs additional employees. This is the statement made by Dale S. Beach, who is the wonderful thinker, particularly on human resource management. What he said actually, recruitment is the process of the development which will always indicates to maintain a little bit of manpower resources, which will always involves creation of labor force upon whom the organization can draw any additional employees. The main purpose of recruitment is searching the suitable candidates for filling the vacancies of the organization. It is a process of bringing together prospective employee and employer with a view to stimulate the prospective employees to offer their services in the working organization. This is what is all about the meaning of recruitment. But when we are going to take it one or two definitions, particularly regarding to the recruitment, one of the thinker, that is Yoder, according to Yoder, recruitment is a process of to discover the sources of manpower to meet the requirements of the staffing schedule and to employ effective measures for attracting that manpower in adequate numbers to facilitate effective selection of an efficient working force. This is the opines of the Yoder. The process which will discover the sources and then the credibility and then capacity of the manpower only through the recruitment should be happen. The staffing schedule and also the effective employee measures would also be the attractive one, where the number of facilitate effectiveness selection could be considered in the workforce. Next one is, according to Edwin Flippo, who is also one of the finest thinker, particularly on human resource management, recruitment is the process of searching for prospective employees and stimulating them to apply for jobs in the organization. Flippo, what he mentioned, that the recruitment is nothing but it is the process where which will always the searching of the manpower, and in that manpower will always incorporate or includes what do you call the stimulant, and then to do the work according to the workforce given by the organization, particularly while applying the jobs. These are all the statements, particularly according to the Edwin Flippo, Yoder, and Dale S. Beach are mentioned their own views, particularly in regarding to the recruitment. But as far as the need of, in the next slide that I am going to move towards the need for recruitment, that why we need this recruitment, particularly to the organization and to the company. Let me begin the why we need actually. Every company in the world knows the importance of recruitment steps in increasing the performance of the company and increasing the productivity of the products. In this part of the project, we will mention some important point about the importance of recruitment steps in organizations. This is the thing that where company must have the knowledge about to know the importance of the recruitment. At the same time, they will step towards to increase the performance of the company by adopting the good skilled laborer or good skilled employees, keeping in the view that they must increase the productivity of the products, particularly in an organization or in the company. In this part, that recruitment that we need in the situation like those who are want to make the level of production and the effectiveness to bring the effectiveness of the organization in their atmosphere or according to their workforce. There are many types of recruitment needs are there. Recruitment means the filling up of vacant position, that what type of needs that we anticipated. Let us see according to the perspective. But before I am going to move the towards the types of recruitment needs, let me elaborate that why we need this recruitment further. Number one, it helps organization by found of the need of requirements by job analysis, activities, and personal planning. It also collect the many of jobs candidates with less cost. Recruitment we need because to it will always helps to organize application by divided them by underqualified or overqualified to increase the possibilities of increasing and choosing the success person to the right place. This is also one factor which will why we need recruitment, particularly in the organization and also in the company. Recruitment need because to which will always employing new and better qualified staff, often the only effective long-term strategy for improving operational performance. And also there is a capabilities and commitment of employees ensure an organization success. The recruitment always succeeds in this way, particularly to the organization where the commitment and then capacity and also the capabilities should be ensured, particularly to the employees. And then last one is that is rise organizational and individual values in this short term and also long term plan. In the previous chapter I mentioned where the policies should be prepared by human resource manager. Either he may prepare human resource planning containing short term and also the long term. There should be a value of that organization and the individual value should be considered. This is what all about the need for the recruitment. When we are going to move on to the types of recruitment, that why we need the recruitment, there are three types we may see. But particularly Edwin Plifo, what he mentioned that without having the factors which will influence to the recruitment and also at the same time types of recruitment needs will also be follow while recruiting to the employee in the organization or in the companies. Recruitment is a means of filling the vacant position in the organization. That's it. There is no big issue in this concept. Recruitment is all about to fill the vacancies where which will establish there in the organization. The need for recruiting new talent in the organization can arise in the following three types of conditions. Number one is, as I mentioned in my PPT, number one is planned need, number two is anticipated need, number three is sudden need. Let's discuss one by one what are these types of need, particularly to the recruitment, that how these planned and then anticipated and also sudden need are influenced the recruitment. Let's see one by one. Number one is planned need. When an organization develops a requirement of hiring new employees due to a known reason and is prepared for the same in advance, is a planned need. Example, you take it as a retirement of an employee is going to make it a plan that organization will always requiring hiring new employees due to their known reason which will prepare, because retirement of that employee, if that organization is going to recruit further to that retirement employee, what it matters because he is having a service experience and also he is having depth in the that knowledge, that what type of product and then what type of production level should be increasing by that retirement employee is know that, and then in the meanwhile hiring of that new employee may be avoiding, and then appointmenting of that hiring a new employee, that organization may go with the retirement of an employee where it will advanced planned need will be considered because of the successful of increase in productivity of that company or of that organization. Second one is anticipated need. Anticipated needs are majorly controlled by the internal and then external environmental factors. Such requirements can be predicted by the management with the help of past experience, new updates, etc. For example, technological advancements, expansion, merger, acquisition are also be considered where anticipated need should be always will be pertaining to the advancement of the technology and also expansion of the organization or the company, because anticipated need is one where environmental factors, either it may be the internal factor or it may be the external factor, are always controlled majorly, which will always predict the requirement of that management by that experience and also the new updates. Example I have given already, either it may be the merger of the organization or the company, or acquisition or the expansion of that company. If there is a contraction also goes on in that company, the anticipated need will be influenced towards recruitment. And the number three is that is sudden need. Sometimes the need for recruiting personnel arises due to an unexpected reason. Say for example, why recruitment is need overnight, they will thought that yes, there is a need for employee to recruit. For example, say for example, employee will be walkouts and then accident, demises, sickness. If anything is happened within the organization, if disaster is going to happen, or if what you call collapse of the plants, particularly in the department level, is happened, and then employee simply walks out and then giving resignation or VRS to that organization, or unexpected events like accident will be appears to that employee, and demises, we know that if we found that demises, and also sickness, if that employee got sickness for a long time, then the sudden need of recruitment is possible, particularly to the to that organization. So in this way, recruitment may happens particularly by having a planned need and then anticipated need and then sudden need. So there are some issues which will also influence to the recruitment. There I mentioned to have little bit of jobs candidate with less cost. Say for example, that company is having minimization of profit and then having less salary, and then job may providing to candidates is also possible, particularly to that employee, and that concern will be given by the organization. New and then better qualified staff often the employee effective, particularly in the long-term strategy for improving operational performance, which will also consider for the fact of that organization where capabilities and then commitment of that employee ensures the organization success, because organization success is not a overnight achievement, because it takes time. Organization success comes from the contribution and then performance level given by that employee, and which will always the increasing of the organization and then individual value, where the short term and then long term perspective should be considered. And also there is a need of requirement of job analysis to have little bit of activities and personal planning, where qualified or overqualified possibilities of that choosing the success person in the right place, particularly in that organization. This is what the factors which will always influence to recruit for recruitment, particularly under that organization and in the company. There are some issues which will always relate to recruitment, where what do you call some of applications by divided them by underqualified or overqualified may be considered in this factor, increasing the level of production, and also the effectiveness of the organization may also be considered seriously. Every company in the world knows that the importance of recruitment steps in increasing the performance of the company and also increasing the productivity of the products. In this part of the project, we will mention some important aspect, particularly that I mentioned. There are factors, not only these types, but also factors also be considered where we need recruitment, particularly in human resource management, chapter 4. This chapter 4 is a big chapter. I want to discuss, and then I want to take more time to discuss in this session. Not only in this session, but also there are nearly 16 sessions are there in this chapter, or you may call it as in this module, that I want to discuss elaborately of this recruitment and then selection chapter. With this, I will stop the explanation of meaning and the need. Obviously, in the last slide, I have taken up references, which is the source of the study material. I have took all these references. Ashwathappa A, he wrote one book, Human Resource Management, Text and Cases, during 2011, where it is published, that is in New Delhi. Edwin B. Plifo, which is also one wonderful book, Principles of Personal Management, I followed. It is published in McGraw-Hill publication, New Delhi. Number 3 is Gary Dressier and Biju Varki. During 2013, they wrote a book called Human Resource Management in New Delhi. George Bolander and Scott Snell, they wrote a book called Human Resource Management there in New Delhi during 2008. Memoria CB and then Gangankar SV, they also written one wonderful book published there in Himalaya Publishing House, Mumbai. Last one is, this book is very, very, very important from the point of view of to get more knowledge, and also for the point of view of the knowledge get by the students. Please, dear students, follow this book. Is all about Subbarao. During 2014, he wrote Essentials of Human Resource Management and Industrial Relations, particularly in Himalaya Publishing House. They published in Mumbai. Okay, dear students, with this I will stop the session 34. I will come up in the new session with new topic. As far as, bye for now.